Hey, Shalom Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Johanna. I'm Precinct Officer Tabazar. I got Precinct Officer Cargazar with me right here. This is the weekly ISUPK Killeen Sabbath service. And we're going to be in Genesis 28, 12. You know what I'm saying? And where we left off last week, you know what I'm saying? The Lord, what was prophesied to Rebecca, you know what I'm saying? It like everything the Lord say, it happened. You understand? And Jacob received the blessing and the promise and the inheritance and the birthright. And you know, his brother was mad. You understand? And with that, you know, as Rebecca guided Jacob through that whole scenario, she also, you know what I mean, instructed him, you know what I mean, not just because of Esau, but also because of, you know what I'm saying, our culture with choosing a rib or choosing a woman from our own people, our own family. She sent him to go to her brother, his uncle, Laban, you know what I'm saying? And to, you know, to find a woman, to find a rib, to find a wife. And Jacob took heed to that. His father Isaac, after he accepted the fact that the inheritance, you know what I'm saying, through the Most High went to Jacob, he charged him, gave him the orders, and just reiterated what his mother told him: don't choose a woman out of the land of Canaan. You know what I'm saying? Choose you a woman. You know what I'm saying, from our, you know what I mean, from our family. You know what I mean? So gave him that same instruction. So Jacob heads out that way. He's traveling, and he comes to an area where he takes some stones, some rocks, and uses them for pillows. And he go to sleep, and he have a dream, and he sees what you know, what they call today Jacob's ladder. You know, they make movies, horror movies out of that, but really what it was is the Lord gave him a vision of how the Elohim, or the angels, how they move from, you know what I'm saying, from this plane that we on to the plane that the Most High is on, which in the ISUPK we call it the fourth dimension. You know what I'm saying? It's the place where the Most High, you know what I mean, you know, where he, you know what I mean, you know, what's the word, habitate or inhabits. You understand? So, and what they're doing in a practical sense is they're going up and down because they're giving reports to the Most High of every activity that's going on the earth. You understand? And they're coming back down with either, you know what I'm saying, judgments, punishments, or rewards, or just observations. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, guiding the affairs of the earth. And Jacob was given an insight into that whole situation. So that's where we left off at from last week. So we about to get, you know what I mean, get into it, get it on. And with that, I imagine, which means to stand.
La Yashala.
La Yashala. And we're gonna Sar Wahakwadam, which means to turn and face the east. All right, we're gonna start off with the prayers. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
It's the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakvaka. Taba'ah. Ratazayaka. Hayah. Aisha. Barataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Nathanawa. Lakum. Call. Yawum. Masalaknawa. Kabawafnawa. Kasalaknawa. Kabawafyanawa. Wala'ah. Tabia'ayanawa.
one.
Manasaya one.
Abal.
Abal.
Awashana.
Hayashayanawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Ra.
Ra.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Hamalakwa.
Wahala.
Wahala.
Watapara.
Wahatapara.
La'awalumyum.
La'awalumyum.
Amun.
Amun in the English, our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven.
which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be
Thy
done
will be done.
in earth
In earth.
as it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts
Forgive us our debts.
as we forgive our
As
debtors.
we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver
but
us
deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the
For
kingdom
thine is the kingdom
and the power
and the power
and the glory,
and the glory
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
It's the prayer of the power in the Hebrew.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashim Yahushai.
Ba'ashim Yahushai.
Babakashai.
Babakushah.
Nathanawa.
Nathanawa.
Hakak.
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 Larapa'ah.
Larapa'ah.
Kal Makala.
Kal Makala.
Wakal Madawa.
Kal Madawa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Hamatazari.
Hamatazarium.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Lahakwayum.
Lahakwayum.
Hamathium.
Hamathium.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Arakawa.
Arakawa.
Hatama'Allah.
Hatama'Allah.
Lagarshun.
Lagarshan.
Ba'ashim Yahushai.
Ba'ashim Yahushai.
The water amun.
The water amun. In the English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of
In the
Yahushai,
name of Yahushai.
please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of
The
sickness
power to heal all manner of sickness.
and all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean
The
spirits.
power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of
In
Yahushai.
the name of Yahushai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
This is the prayer of the blessing in the Hebrew.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahushai.
Wa Yahushai.
Wa Mayaka'Allah.
Wa Mayaka'Allah.
Wa Lahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazab Yah.
Salakia. Matazabiyah.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Halawapyum.
Halawapyum.
Hasaranyum.
Hasaranyum.
Hakotazayanyum.
Hakutazayanyum.
Hakayoyum.
Hakayoyum.
Wa Ha'akwathyum.
Wahaagwathian.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashim Yahushai.
Ba'ashim Yahushai.
The water amun.
The water amun. The prayer of the blessing in the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushai.
And Yahushai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohana.
Commanding General Yohana.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
The sisters.
The sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew.
Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayunya.
Ayunya.
Ahahorium.
Ahaharium.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah.
Azaria.
Isaiah.
Azaria.
Ma'aim.
Ma'aim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Wa'aratazah.
Wa'aratazah.
Al Yathan.
Al Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Ragalka.
Ragalka.
Al Yanawum.
Al Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawum.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashun.
Yayashan.
Shawamor.
Shawamar.
Yasharala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamar.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al Yad.
Al Yad.
Yamyunka.
Yamyunka.
Yawamum.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Balayala.
Balayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makal Ra.
Makal Ra.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Atnapashka.
Aknapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'afka.
Taza'afka.
Wabawa'aka.
Wabawa'aka.
Maitha.
Ma'atha.
Wa'ai Awalum.
Wa'ai awalam in the English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold, he that keepeth Israel
Behold, he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth,
and even forevermore.
even forevermore.
This is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew.
Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Al Damayelika,
Al Damayelika,
Al Thakarash,
Al Thakarash,
Wa Al Tashakwat,
Wa Al Thashakwat,
All,
Kayahana,
Kayahana, Awayabuka,
Awayadyaka,
Yahamayawan,
Yahamaya 1,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al Amaka,
Al Imaka,
Ya'ariyamwa.
Ya'ariyamwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Ya'itazawa.
Ya'itazawa.
Altazapawanyaka.
Altazapawanyaka.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakidum.
Wanakakidum.
Magalia.
Magalia.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Shamya Sharala.
Shamya Sha'ala.
Iwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa'itazawa.
Nawa'itazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Lakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Alyaka.
Alyaka.
Barya.
Barya.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Ahalya.
Ahalya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashama.
Wayashama.
Alayum.
Alayum.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagarium.
Wahagarium.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'amawan.
Wa'amawan.
Wa'amalak.
Wa'amalak.
Palashah.
Palashah.
I'm Yeshabia.
I'm Yeshabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gamashawar.
Gamashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Ima.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawai.
Zarawai.
Labanya.
Labanya.
Lawat.
Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Lahum.
Lahum.
Kamadyan.
Kamadyan.
Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sara'ah.
Sara'ah.
Kayabyan.
Kayabyan.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Kwayashwan.
Kwayashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Ba'ayan.
Salakia.
Ba'ayan Dara.
Ba'ayan Dara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La'adama.
La'adama.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Nadayabmawa.
Nadayabyawa.
Ka'arab.
Ka'arab.
Wakaza'aba.
Wakaza'aba.
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak.
Wakatazamanai.
Salakia. Wakatazalmanai.
Kaunasiyakamwa.
Kaunasiyakamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Nayarashah.
Nayarashah.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
At. Na'awat.
Na'awat.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagogala.
Kagogala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanyaraka.
Lapanyaraka.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Taba'ira Ya'ira.
Taba'ira Ya'ira.
Wakalahaba.
Wakahalaba.
Talahat.
Talahat.
Haryum.
Haryum.
Khan.
Khan.
Tawadatma.
Tawadatma.
Basa'arika.
Basa'irika.
Wabasawapafka.
Wabasawapafka.
Tabalahum.
Tabalahum.
Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Panyahum.
Panyahum.
Kwalawan.
Kwalawan.
Wayabakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wayabahawa.
Wayabahawa.
Aja'ai.
Aja'ai.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayada'aiwa.
Wayada'aiwa.
Kayata.
Kayata.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Labadka.
Labadka.
Al-Yawan.
Al-Yawan.
Al-Kaharatazah.
Al-Kaharatazah. In the English, Psalms 83. Keep not thy silence, O power.
Keep not thy silence, O
And
power.
hold not thy peace.
And hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O power.
Be not still, O power.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden
And
ones.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come, let us cut them off
let us cut them
from
off
being a nation,
from being a nation.
that the name of Israel
That the name of Israel
may be no more remembrance.
may be no more remembered.
For they have consulted together
But they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee,
They are confederate against thee.
the tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites,
of Moab,
Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
The Hagarenes,
and Gabal,
and Gabal,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
and the Philistines,
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur is also joined with them.
Ashur is also joined with
They
them.
have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites,
Do unto them as unto the Midianites,
as unto Sisera,
as unto Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kison,
the brook of Kison,
which perished at Endor.
perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb,
Make their nobles like Oreb,
like Zeeb,
like Zeeb.
yea, all their princes,
Yea, all the princes,
as Zabah,
as Zabah,
and as Zalmunna,
and as Zalmunna,
who said,
who said,
Let us take to
let us
ourselves
take to ourselves
the houses of the power
the houses of the power
in possession.
in possession.
O my power,
O my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as a stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy
So
tempest,
persecute them with thy tempest,
and make them afraid with thy storm.
make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
They may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
In trouble forever.
In trouble forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou whose name alone.
That thou whose name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art the most high.
Art the most high.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
All right, Sar. Which means to turn. Somebody please get that horn. On sign Christ. Yeshavia, which means to sit. Is your phone? No, okay. Salaki, what's going on in Israel? Shalom. Shalom, Yahweh, Shem Yahshua, the thumb to the brothers, and Shalom, Yahweh, Shemar, the thumb, Salaki, Shalom, Yahweh, Shemar, Alathan, Shem Yahshua to the sisters. You about to get it on and get into this. Like I said, we dealing right now with Jacob. You know, it's like I believe I didn't catch Officer Carpenter's Lasho Uncle Dash class yesterday, but I heard a portion of it. And you know, one of the men above me, Officer Gabawar, you know what I'm saying, out there in Houston, Texas, Officer 5000, Officer Gabawar, he had put up a post on Facebook, and he said that the God, the creator of heaven and earth, the God of Israel, he called himself the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You understand? And that alone lets you know that he's not the God of anybody else, because he called himself that. He didn't say, I'm the God of all people. You understand? He said, I'm the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, meaning that's who he's dealing with.
Right. And,
you know, a lot of times, man, and we about to get into this, a lot of times in your life, especially living here in this hell in America, you can feel like your life is your life. But really, you're a link in a chain. You understand? We don't have in this society, and the ISUPK Commander Junior Hana is bringing back the understanding to us. But we don't have a mindset of, I have to carry on the name of my father, or the name of my family, or the name of my tribe. We're really operating as individuals, and that's because, you know, in America, they talk about the individual rights, or the right of the individual to pursue, you know, happiness, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever the phrases that they have in the Declaration of Independence, the right to liberty, life, and the pursuit of happiness. That's what we do. We pursue our own happiness. But what we're seeing right here is that it's like track. A baton is being passed. You know what I'm saying? The Most High gave it to Abraham, and Abraham held it down. You understand? And Abraham holding it down, Abraham had to pass that on to Isaac. You know what I'm saying? He had other children. Abraham didn't just have Ishmael. After Sarah passed, or Sarah passed, he took on Keturah. And he had the very people that we just read about in Psalms 83, the Midianites. He gave birth to Midian. So our relatives became our enemies. That's why when Christ say, and we know what context he's talking about when he says, but a man's foes will be they of his own household.
Right.
In a manner, our closest enemies was really some of our quote unquote closest relatives. And the only thing that separated us from them was the Lord saying, I chose Abraham, I chose Isaac, and I chose Jacob. That's what separated us from Esau, was what the Lord had to say about that. But for us, we have Jacob right now is taking the baton from Isaac, because we all have a time here on the earth. You understand? We're not living forever. We have a period of time. And while we're here, it's our duty to carry on the charge or the orders of the men before us. That's why the Lord is constantly bringing in, you know what I'm saying, the young, because one day you will become old, but you got to be faithful in your time. So when your time comes to a close, you can hand it down to somebody else. I forget what that scripture says, but to teach, but for the men of good standing to teach other men to be faithful. and to keep the commandments. I'm paraphrasing. You understand? So what you're seeing here is there is a continuation of the traditions. You understand? And that's why it's so important for us to not cast away tradition. A lot of times, man, it's okay. It's what Israelites do. You know what I'm saying? It's what blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians do. But sometimes we have generational friction because we feeling like it's the new generation or it's the old generation feel against the new generation. Oh, we wasn't doing that in our time, and we talk like that. Or the new generation's like, man, y'all wasn't doing that in y'all time because we doing this, right? But the truth of the matter is, the Lord, the scriptures say that the Lord, his word is to 1,000 generations. Meaning what? He don't change. And he want what he gave to your great grandfather. He wants your grandfather to hold that down. What your grandfather held down, he wants your father to hold it down. And what your father holds down, he wants you to hold down. So there ain't no breaking the chain. You understand? So that's why the Lord chose Jacob, because as soon as Esau being the firstborn with the birthright, what'd he do? Start knocking down them African women, them Canaanite women. Then he seen when Jacob, oh dang, Jacob obeying what my pop said. Let me go get me an Arab. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like that was gonna make it better. You understand? If you gonna serve the Most High, you gotta do everything that he said to do. You can't do it your way and then say, oh, I'm gonna do what he said over here, but then I'm gonna do it my way over here. It don't work like that. Because really you moving like in the spirit of Esau. Esau thought he could have a birthright and had a promise, but not hold to the charges or the orders and the directions that was given, you know what I'm saying, by his parents. And all he did was weary his parents out, because you know what they was thinking? What's gonna happen to our line?
Right.
Because let me tell y'all something. Don't think the Lord ain't sweet. He not a honey bun. He not sweet. You start to deviate from what the Lord's saying to do, he'll remove his protection from you, and he'll give you what you want. He'll give you what you asking for. He'll let you have it. Esau had it. He got them Canaanite women and married Ishmael's daughter. You got it. You got it. But now what you got to do for it? Now you got to get out there and fight for it. Shed blood for it. Right? You're not shedding blood, sweat, and tears for the Most High. You're doing it for yourself and your lust. But let's get back on Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Jacob being faithful to what his parents said and holding down the traditions, the Lord showed him and gave him insight and let him know that the Alahayim they watching everything. They reporting on everything. You know what I'm saying? It's to let you know. I mean, because why would the Lord show Jacob that? It's to let you know that you're being watched. That's all. That you're being watched. And if you stay with the Most High, you'll also have his protection. And that's what we're finna get into right now, man. If you could, Baba Kashar, I guess, are we starting at 12 or did I read 12? I read 12 last time, right?
I'm not sure.
But you can start at 12 out and we just go from there.
Book of Genesis, chapter 28, verse 12 in the Hebrew. Wayachalom wahana salam matazab arataza wara ashwa magayai ha shamayim wahana malakya alahayim alyum wayaradyum bawa. Verse 13. Wahana Yahweh Natazab Al Yawa Waya Amar Anya Yahweh Alahaya Abraham Abayaka Wa Alahaya Yatazak Ha Rataza Ashar Atha Shakab Al Ya Laka Athana Walazarai, it's like a Walazaraika. 14. Wahaya Zaraka Ka'ipar Ha Rataza Waparataza Yama Wakwadama Wa Tazapana Wa Nagad, Salaki Nagaba, Wa Nabarakwa, Baka, Call, Mashapakath, Harataza, Wabazaraka, verse verse 15, Wahana An Ankaya, Imka, Imaka, Washamarak Yaka, Bakal, Ashar, Thalka, Wahash Wahashabath Al Harataza, Salakia Ha Adama, Hazaath Kaya La'a Aizabka, Id, Ashar, Ashayethya, Ath, Ashar, Debarthaka, Laka, verse 16, Waya Yaquataza, Yaiquab, Wash, Salakia Mashanathwa, Waya Amar, Akan, Aisha, or Salaki, Yesha, Yahweh, Mamakwo Wum, Hazah, Wa'ankaya, La'a, Yadaithaya, 17, Waya Yara'a, Waya Amar, Ma, Nawara, Hamakwo Wum, Hazah, Ayan, Zakaya, Ba, Bayath, Alahayim, Waza, Sha'ir, Ha, Shemayim, 18, Waya Shakum, Ya'ikwa, Babakwar, Waya Kwach, Ath, Ha-Aban, Ashar, Shum, Mara'ashaf Yawa, Waya Shum, Atha, Matazaba, Waya Tazak, Shaman, Al, Ra'asha, 19, Waya Kora'a, Ath, Shum, Ha, Makawum, Ha Hawa'a, Bayath, Ath, Wa'a, Walam, Lawaz, Shum, Ha'ayar, La Ra'ashan, Waya, Salakia, La Ra'ashana. That's the last verse.
That's 19.
Constant.
Don't sound like Christ.
The book of Genesis, chapter 28, verse 12 in the English. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of God ascending and descending on it. And behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am the Lord God of Abraham thy father, and the God of Isaac. The land whereon thou liest, to thee I will give it, and to thy seed.
Right. So now it said that he's having this vision of the angels ascending and descending, going up and down, right? But on top of it is the Lord standing. That's just letting you know who everybody report to and who's in charge of this entire operation. You know what I'm saying? Him standing on top of it means it's showing you that he's the authority. You understand? And really letting uh, Yaquab letting Jacob know, like, listen, the same thing he told Abraham, the same thing that he told Isaac. He's saying that he's making his introduction to Yaquab, to Jacob, the same way he spoke to Isaac, the same way he spoke to Abraham. And he about to let them know something that's very important that we all should be trying to make sure that we have is the Lord being with you, the Lord's protection. It don't, listen, all that you trying to, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. If the Lord wills, if the Lord allows, sometimes, man, we get a little beside ourselves sometimes, feeling like we gonna dictate the course of our life. I mean, you can go after whatever you want to go after if you want it bad enough, but none of that matters if the Lord ain't with you. I'm talking to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right. If you outside of the 12 tribes, I'm not talking to you. You know what I mean? That's why Christ said, "For after such things do the Gentiles seek." Y'all seeking, to eat, get clothes, and all that stuff. Yeah, go ahead. But if you a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you understand, and all the hell you done been through in your life. We say it all the time. We put in a book, man. We asking the Lord to be with us, and when we want that new job, we praying, or if we catch a case, we praying to the Most High, asking Him to be with us. And He a Father, so so how Father do. You don't know no better. You mess up, He there, but He watching you though. But when you come into the knowledge of the Lord and the Most High, it's not about the Lord being with you. It's about you really being with Him. If you want His protection, then you need to be moving how He tell you to move. But go ahead, Salakia.
Verse 14. And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth.
He telling you right now how blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, how our population, how our numbers are going to be, where you can't even count it. Go ahead.
And thou shalt spread abroad to the west and to the east and to the north and to the south. And
that's spiritual. Salaki, go ahead.
And in thy seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed.
Right, but basically saying that we're going to be everywhere. Everywhere we're going to be all over the planet Earth. We're going to be spread out. You understand? And he said, in us. See, a lot of times, man, people try to, people talk about how God love everybody, and this is why God love everybody, because in Abraham, all the nations of the earth going to be blessed. But what y'all don't get is that it's in us. It's in blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that every other nationality and ethnicity is going to have the ability to be successful. That's not talking about salvation. That's talking about rulership. When blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are on top and in rulership under our King Christ, everybody else is going to live a decent life. The scripture said that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. That's why we got microplastics in our water. Chemtrails in the sky. You should be seeing the fish and the seagulls come up with plastic around their neck, and BP having major oil spills in the ocean, and the fish washing up on the shores dead. You got whales coming to beach coming to beach themselves on the beach because the water's so horrible,
right?
Because of who's in charge. So yeah, even though our oppressor's running things and he's in his heaven and he's enjoying all the luxuries of this life, the earth is in war.
Right.
You got relatives. You got Elon. What's it? Pakistan and Pakistan and Iran? Oh no, Pakistan is it Iran? It's Pakistan and another country. Oh no, Pakistan and India. They basically the same people, and they fighting about Hinduism and Islam, and got armies aiming rockets at each other. The earth is not at peace. When we in charge, they ain't learning war no more. Why? Because they're not going to take our seat.
Right.
We're going to rule forever. So you ain't no reason for you to know how to use a gun or pick up a sword. Now we'll know.
Yeah, right.
We'll be the only nation with the swords because we enforcing the law of the Most High on over the whole planet. But everybody else, y'all going to be getting gardening tools, farming tools. You're going to become agriculturalists, making good crops to feed our children. You understand? Salaki, go ahead, Art.
Verse 15. And behold, I am with thee, and I will keep thee in all places whither thou goest.
Yeah, man. If the Most High ain't with you, and he's not watching over you. You know, I don't know what to tell you. He's letting Jacob know that I'm with you, man. Wherever you go, to keep you wherever you at. Basically saying, don't be no coward. Don't be a coward. I'm with you. I don't care what come up against you. I'm with you. Go ahead.
And will bring thee again into this land, for I will not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken to thee of.
The Most High, he's a power of his word. You understand? He's a God of his word. Like he gonna do what he said. And I'm telling y'all right now, what we seen happen in the earth right now is based off of what he told Jacob right here. He's not gonna stop dealing with us until he make what he told Abraham a reality. And what is that? That's Christ coming back into his kingdom, man. Ruling in the nation, in the land, and in the nation of Israel, and giving the earth to Christ. That's the throne that Christ sit on. It's based off of this promise right here, and the Lord's going to make that happen. That's why it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And he's giving y'all the time, because you don't want Christ to show up right now. You don't want that, because if he show up, the door closes, and if you're not tapped in, it don't matter if you black, Hispanic, or whatever. If you ain't tapped in, Salakia. Y'all know the story. Noah had family. You know what I mean? Noah had his ribs, his wives, his sons, but he had cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents, neighbors that he knew that he was cool with. But when that door shut on that ark, that's it. So Christ is going to come in, and the Lord's going to give Christ the authority and the power to establish what he's promising Jacob right here. But once he come, it's over with. That's why it's important for you to get in class and get into this ISUPK, man, to the home of the truth, man, and learn your culture, identity, your language, and come back into what we lost and what our oppressor took from us. It's all getting exposed now. Everybody's seeing the icons.
Right.
Putin's on TV talking about, you know what I mean? You know, history ain't what we thought it was. What's that? The Gentiles will come from all four corners and say our fathers have inherited lies. You saw that right there when Putin said what he said. You're seeing scripture you're seeing prophecy come to pass right there with Putin saying that. So we're there. It's one thing to be on YouTube talking about, man, you see that? Putin showing that Christ was black. Imagine, I mean, the ISUPK been telling you that since 1969.
Right. And
you like, man, them Power Rangers, I mean, out there in the corner screaming and yelling, y'all teaching hate. Why don't y'all go get a job? And now because Putin said it, it's like, oh, but okay. So now you know Christ is black, and because Putin said it. What you gonna do now?
Right.
You finna come into the school, come to class? Or you gonna go out like Diddy? Get in the bag. And then having the oppressor come and take the bag and throw you in a cell. The Lord is showing you the paths. The thing that you aspire to, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, whatever career choice you want to make and ascend in this kingdom is falling. And you want to get a place in their heaven, your star is going to fall. But if you hold on to your heritage, what's been given to you, this right here, you'll be set up in the new kingdom. That's going to last forever. Forever. You won't have to worry about no oppressor, no police car behind you throwing his lights on. We're going to be the police.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where that shield at? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Yeah. We going to be the police. That's what this shield is. We going to be the police. they gonna be us. What they pulling me over for? we try to see you transporting pork. What you doing with this pig in your car? Right. The pig gonna be the crack. The crab shrimp and lobster gonna be the meth. You know what I'm saying? And the fentanyl. That's what we gonna be doing. We gonna be the laws. And if you want to have that power, so Christ, he said to him who overcomes, I will give power over the nations to break them in pieces like a potter's vessel, as I've received of my Father. So Christ is giving you the opportunity right now, man, to run this race, to fight for a crown if you want it. But we ain't trying to put no crown on nobody's head. You gotta want that, man. So yeah, all this knowledge is coming out. The earth is helping the woman, and what you doing with it? Salaki, go ahead.
Verse 16. And Jacob awaked out of his sleep,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, Surely the Lord is in this place, and I knew it not.
Yeah, man. A lot of y'all don't realize you dealing with what you dealing with. You don't realize the Lord right there. You like, man, why am I going through this? Because the Lord in this place and you don't know it. He there with you and you don't even know it. You don't realize it. You don't realize it's Elohim angels watching you.
Right.
On assignment, watching you. And all this, look, the Lord said he created the good and the evil. The Lord was in this place and I knew it not. That's why Commander John Yohana he's being a brother and letting you know that the Lord is in this place, even though you wasn't aware. Even though you in them projects, you in them apartments, and you feel like, man, how am I, like where my life going? The Lord is in that place, man. But you just don't know it. But once you come into the knowledge of this truth, then you can have what Jacob is having because the Lord chose you. If you're a black and spanking native Indian, the Lord chose you. You can have what Jacob had. What did Jacob have? The Lord's protection. He had his safety was ensured because of the Lord, not because of a pistol on his waist or the gang he's running with. That's not where your protection come from. It come from the Lord. Slocky, go ahead.
Verse 17. And he was afraid and said, How dreadful is this place? This is none other but the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven. Verse 18. And Jacob rose up early in the morning and took the stone that he had put for his pillows and set it up for a pillar and poured oil upon the top of it. 19. And he called the name of that place Bethel, but the name of that city was called Luz at the first.
All right, let's get it on.
Book of Genesis, chapter 28, verse 20 in the Hebrew. Wayador Ya'aikwab Nador La'amor Salakia. Yahaya Alahayim Imadya Ishamarnia Badarka Haza Ashar Ankaya Hawalaka Salakia Hawalaka Wanathan Laya Lacham La'akal Wadagad Lalabash. Verse 21. Washabyata Salakia Washabdaya Bashalawam Ath Bayath Abaya Wahaya Yahweh Laya La Alahayim Waha Abun Haza'ath Ashar Shamtaya Matazabah Yahaya Bayath Alahayim Wakal Ashar Thathan Laya Ishar Ishar Noah Laka. Verse Book of Genesis chapter 29 and verse 1. Wayashaya what's like it Wayasha'a Yaikwab Regalyawa Laka Arataza Banya Kwadum. Verse 2. Wayara'a Wahana Ba'ar Bashada Wahana Shum Shalasha Idaria, Taza'an, Rabatazayum, Alya, Kaya, Man, Haba'ar, Hahawa'a, Washakwawa, Idarium, Wa Slakia Waha Abub Slakia Waha Abun, Gadala, Al, Paya, Ha Ba'ar. Verse 3. Wana Asapwa,
Yeah.
Shama, Call, Ha'idarium, Wagolawa, Ath, Ha'abun, Ma'al, Paya, Ha Ba'ar, Wa Ha Shakwawa, Ath, Ha Taza'an, Wa Ha Shayabwa, Ath, Ha'abun, Al Paya, Ha Ba'ar, La Makwama. Verse 4. Waya Amar, Lahum, Yaiquab, Achia, Ma'ayun, Athum, Waya Amarwa, Maharan, Arachanwa, Salaki. Verse 5. Waya Amar, Lahum, Ha Yadaitham, Ath, Labun, Bun, Nachawar, Waya Amarwa, Yadainia, Noah. Verse 6. Waya Amar, Lahum, Hashalawon, or Slakia, Hashalawam, Lawa, Waya Amarwa, Shalawam, Wahana, Rachal, Bathwa, Ba'a, Aim, Ha-Taza'an. Verse 7.
Waya. That's it, right?
Genesis chapter 28 and verse 20. And Jacob vowed a vow, saying, if God will be with me, and will keep me on this way that I go, and will give me bread to eat and raiment to put on. Verse 21, so that I come again to my father's house in peace. Then shall the Lord be my God. Verse 22, and this stone which I have set for a pillar shall be God's house. And of all that thou shalt give me, I will surely give the 10th unto thee.
Right. So now, a lot of y'all try to say that, that tithing isn't, it's something that the churches came up with, or it's not something that we got to do anymore. But what we teach in the ISUPK is, man, is that, we got laws, but it's culture. You know what I'm saying? Our laws grew out of our culture. And Abraham paid tenths to paid a tenth to Melchizedek. You understand? Isaac as well, and then you see Jacob doing the same thing. If you're a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, this is part of our culture, man. You understand? You can't look at it like in I'm not even gonna go there with that. Basically, giving a tenth of what we earn and come into, it's the culture of Israelites. You understand? And you should be paying your tithes to Commander General Yohana.
Right.
Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? Tithes go to who the Lord has chosen. And that's who the Lord chose, man. You know what I'm saying? Not because he chose himself, but because he was left in that seat. And he's been holding it down, you know what I'm saying, ever since, man. You know what I mean? And doing and doing it faithfully. You don't see our commander with no Rolls Royce Cullinan. You know what I'm saying? Like TD Jakes and Creflo Dollar and the rest of these politicians that use the pain of our people to feed themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Lord said he's against the pastors. You understand? Because they take the tithe and they use it to enrich themselves and enrich their family. But the tithe is for the benefit of our people, man. You know what I'm saying? It's for the benefit of our people. And when you see him somehow he laid the stones there, you know what I'm saying, and said this would be the house of God. It's basically like, him laying the groundwork for, like, I don't want to use the word school, but where he would come and like how we come to this location to do our service to the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was setting up, man. So just to sum it up, pay your tithes and command in your honor.
Right.
Go ahead, Art.
The book of Genesis, chapter 29, verse 1. Then Jacob went on his journey and came into the land of the people of the east. And he looked, and behold, a well in the field. And lo, there were 3 flocks of sheep lying by it.
Mm,
For out of that well they watered the flocks. And a great stone was upon the well's mouth.
mm.
Verse 3. And thither were all the flocks gathered. And they rolled the stone from the well's mouth and watered the sheep.
Ain't it crazy how, like, all the men that the Lord be dealing with it's a well and some sheep involved.
Right.
Moses leave Egypt, you know what I'm saying? It's like for whatever reason, brothers be meeting their ribs by the well and some sheep
Right.
involved. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, you had Moses. He meet his ribs by, he ended up watering the flocks for the the rib he met. Isaac. No, when the servant went to go find Isaac rib,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? It's by some well and some sheep. You know? Salaki, go ahead.
Verse 4. No, Salaki. Verse 4. And Jacob said unto them, My brethren, whence be ye? And they said, Of Haran are we. Verse 5. And he said unto them, Know ye Laban the son of Nahor? And
Right.
they,
So he traveling and he come across some brothers with sheep, and he's like he said, From whence be ye? He's like who you with? Like, who's your people? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
and they said, We know him. Verse 6. And he said unto them, Is he well? And they said, He is well. And behold, Rachel his daughter cometh with the sheep.
Mm. So he like they like, hey, look, yeah, he good. He Tawab. Look, that's his daughter right there, walking up right now with the sheep. That's crazy, man. Like that's crazy. Rachel out there with the sheep working.
Right.
Like Rebecca was out there with the sheep working. A good sister is a working sister.
Right.
Right? She's active. And she with her father's sheep. So she take, if a good sister is a sister that's taking care of her father's business, so then when you pick her up, she can be taking care of your business too. Right? Is that 6? That's the end? Okay. We can do another one more set.
The book of Genesis, chapter 29, verse 7 in Hebrew. Waya Amar Han Iwad Hayawum Gadawal La'a Aitha Ha Ha'asap Hamakwana Hashakwawa Ha Tazaan Walakawa Ra'aiwa. Verse 8. Waya Amarwa La'a Nawakal Ide Ashar Ya Asapwa Kal Ha Idarium Wagawa Ath Ha Abun Ma'al Paya Haba Haba'ar Wahakwa Wanu Slaku Waha Kwawayanawa Ha Taza'an. Verse 9. Wa Idanwa Madabar Imum Warakal Ba'a Im Ha Taza'an Ashar La Abaya Wa Salaki La Abaya Kaya Ra'ai Hawa'a Wa Yahaya Salaki verse 10 Wa Yahaya Ka Ashar Ra'a Ya'iqab Ath Rafa Bath Laban Akya Amawa Wa Abath Salaki Wa'ath Taza'an Laban
Pulling some. Let's see. Some more. Yeah, yeah.
Taza'an Laban Akya Amawa Waya Gash Ya'iqab Waya Go Ath Ha'aban Ma'al Paya Ha Ba'ar Waya Shak Ath Taza'an Laban Banya Slaki Akya Amawa. Verse 11. Waya Shak Ya'iqab La Rachal Waya Sha'a Ath Qualwa Waya Salaki Wayabak 12.
Read it if you can. Read 14. I'm gonna stop there.
Wayagad Yaiqab La Rachal Chaya Achya Banya Hawa'a Wakaya Ban Rabakwa Hawa'a Yatharataza Wathagal Thagad Salakia Wathagad La Abaya. Verse 13. Waya Haya Kashamai Laban Ath Shamai Yaiqua Ban Akathwa Waya Rataza Lakora Athwa Waya Habak Lawa Waya Nashak Lawa Waya Baya Awa Al Bayathwa Waya Sapar Lalaban Ath Kal Ha Dabarium Ha Allah. Verse 14. Waya Amar Lawa Laban Aka Itazamya Wabasharya Atha Wayashab Imwa Khadash Yum Yum. Book of Genesis, chapter 29 and verse 7 in the English. And he said, Lo, it is yet high day, neither is it time that the cattle should be gathered together. Water ye the sheep, and go and feed them. Verse 8.
Who said that?
I guess the servant.
They talking to Jacob?
Concert. They talking to Jacob.
So they hey, look, and Thawada, so like, shout out to Officer Sharna Posh, Thawada, sir. That sound like Officer Sharna Posh. He gonna put you to work.
Don't sound crazy.
Shalom, Lord in Christ, sir. All right, go ahead. They tell Jacob that. He see Jacob, hey, I got some work for you to do.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 8, and they said, we cannot until all the flock be gathered together until they rolled a stone from the well's mouth.
Oh, Jacob told them that. He was saying that.
Yeah,
Jacob said that. Yeah. So, yeah, I also shut about you be in the spirit of Jacob. He's like, hey, man, it ain't high noon yet. Let's feed these sheep. Let's water these sheep. No sweat. Go ahead.
Until they rolled the stone from the well's mouth, then we water the sheep.
Okay. They said, okay, no sweat. Go ahead.
Verse 9. And while he yet spake with them, Rachel came with her father's sheep.
Hey, man, look, that show you Jacob spirit though. Like he was dealing with the sheep. You know what I mean? At his mom and his pop house. You know what I'm saying? So he knew how it's supposed to go. Like
right.
I ain't gonna get too heavy into it, but I remember at Passover though, I ain't gonna get into the details, but it's like a man with the spirit of the Lord. He's gonna come in and get things organized and get things right. You understand? Like it could be work going on, but it's like, hey, why we wasting time? Let's get this done. That's how you go. That's how you know when the spirit of the Lord is on a brother, on a man, is when he's coming in to get things accomplished and finished. There's no reason to have any idle time. You understand? I remember when we was at Passover. It was a particular situation, and Officer Dawada, and it was like a lot of talking going on, but nothing was actually happening. Officer Dawada, he was like, hey, listen, Salaki, everybody, and he just put it in order. And then, you know what I'm saying, it ended up, you know, it was when we had to bring the ark into the Passover. Prior to that, it was some, you know, a lot of, you know, debate going on. But Officer Dawada came in and just organized that situation, man. And then it got executed. And, you know, like I was saying, Officer Shana Potts, he has that same spirit. When you see something that needs to get taken care of, you handle it. We don't sit on our hands. You understand? It's like we get it done and knocked out. You know what I mean? Officer Abiar, you know what I'm saying? He up in the synagogue right now, saying he got the same spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like let's get it done. And that's the spirit of the Lord, is getting the work done. So Laki, go ahead.
Verse 10. And it came to pass when Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban, his mother's brother, and the sheep of Laban, his mother's brother, that Jacob went near and rolled the stone from the well's mouth and watered the flock of Laban, his mother's brother.
That sounds just like you know what I'm saying, with Moses. You know what I mean? No sweat. Go keep reading.
Verse 11. And Jacob kissed Rachel and lifted up his voice and wept. Verse 12.
Hey brothers, this is 6-month rule in the school. I don't care if you see your sister or not. Ain't no. It better be a holy kiss. Shalom, sis. You ain't grabbing no sisters doing none of that. But shout out to Jacob, though. he had a long trip. Go ahead.
Verse 12. And Jacob told Rachel that he was her father's brother, and that he was Rebekah's son.
So now what are they talking about? They're talking about familial relations. They verifying who they related to. And this is really why he was so happy to see her, because he's going to complete the order of Isaac and his mother Rebecca, and finding you know what I'm saying, Laban, and then finding a rib. You know what I'm saying? But you know, a lot of times, man, you need to focus, like wherever you at, focus on the work. The Lord will provide whatever else you're gonna need. You know what I'm saying, for yourself. You know what I mean? a helpmate, one, a help like unto yourself. All right, go ahead.
Verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
And Jacob told Rachel that he was her father's brother and that he was Rebekah's son. And she ran and told her father.
Yeah, she like, good night. Go ahead.
Verse 13. And it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob, his sister's son, that he ran to meet him and embraced him and kissed him and brought him to his house. And he told Laban all these things. 14. And Laban said to him, surely thou art my bone and my flesh.
He said what?
Surely thou art my bone and my flesh.
He said, surely thou art my bone and my flesh. Now, where have we heard this before? This phrase. It sounds kind of familiar.
Right.
Can somebody give me that Genesis, please? I want to say it's Genesis 2, because your Christian pastor gonna tell you that the Lord was doing surgical procedures on Adam. He was having surgery on Adam, but you gotta understand when you reading the scriptures, our records, it's always gonna be some slang involved. You understand? When you're dealing with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, period, it's gonna be slang involved, and you can't read your records like how the oppressor teach us in school. They make everything like so literal.
Right.
You understand? And that's not how we as a people communicate. You know what I'm saying? Nelly said it's getting hot in here. Was he just talking about the temperature in the club?
Right.
Or was he talking about,
Right.
The meats that was getting put on the grill? What was he talking about? All right. It's like when if we see your brother and his raiment is fly or his clothes are fly, we be like, man, that's cold. Is it cold? Is the temperature cold? That's cold, brother. You know what I'm saying? Or that's sharp. What is it gonna cut you? If you salute the brother, is it gonna cut you? That's sharp. That's how we communicate. You understand? So when you read the scriptures, you got to remember that you got to think about how our people talk to each other. You got that scripture? Oh, you got it. No, go ahead.
Sir, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 23.
Uh-huh.
And Adam said, "This is now my bone of my bones."
Now read up a verse so we can get some context.
Come. I start at verse 21.
Okay.
And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam.
Right. So even that right there, a deep sleep. They the Christian pastors talking about the Lord put them under anesthesia. You ever had a surgery, a kidney removed? What they do? They put you in a deep sleep because they finna do some invasive surgery, some invasive procedures. That is not what this is talking about.
Right.
Let me tell you what this is talking about. When they say he put Adam in a deep sleep, it meant that he wouldn't. The Lord put Adam in a mind that he wouldn't do what he would normally do.
Right.
He dulled his senses to how our people usually think. You hear it all the time. What they say when a black man come into power, what he go and get? He go get him a white girl or somebody that's not of his people. That's what our sisters complain about. Every time a black man get some money, he go get him a white girl. Ain't that what Kanye said? Right? So Adam was in power. When Adam was ruling in the garden and there were other nations in the garden, he was in the seat of power. And it said the Lord put him in a deep sleep, meaning that the thing that he would that we would normally do as blacks, Hispanic and Native Indian men, which is look for somebody that's exotic outside of our people, outside of our tribes, he dulled his senses. Keep reading.
And he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up his flesh instead thereof.
And took one of his ribs. Adam only had one. Adam only had one wife.
Right.
He ain't have a whole bunch of women. It said the Lord took what?
Took one of his ribs.
What do we call sisters in the school? Ribs. I'll leave that alone. But he took one of them. I mean, listen. He took one of them. All right, and did what?
And closed up the flesh thereof.
And closed up the flesh thereof. What does that mean? He took one of the women that was of kin, And it said the Lord closed the flesh thereof, meaning what? He sealed the custom and the culture of us choosing women from our own family, from our own nation, meaning that we didn't. He sealed up the custom and the culture and the lifestyle of us choosing women from our own tribe, not going outside of our family, like interracial dating. The
Right.
Lord closed that up. He sealed that up. It's slang. It's not talking about surgery where he took a needle and thread and stitched up a wound. It's the sealing of a custom and a culture of us choosing our own, and we know it to be true. Why? Because as we were reading before Jacob went to Laban, what did Isaac and Rebekah tell him? Do not choose a wife from Canaan
Right.
or the daughters of Heth, but go to my family, my brother, and get you a rib from over there. Go grab your third, second cousin and get one from there. This is what's going on in Genesis. And it was the sealing of that. That's why it was getting passed down all the way through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because when Abraham's about to die, what did he do? He sent his servant out to go get what he said. Don't choose a woman from here. Go back to where from my family's at and get my son a rib. Keep reading.
And the rib which the Lord God had taken from man, made he a woman and brought her unto the man.
Listen, he brought a sister that was a close relative of Adam's and brought her into the truth. Near of kin. Brought her into the truth. So she came into the truth with Adam. Keep reading.
And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones.
My what?
Bone of my bones.
Uh-huh.
And flesh of my flesh.
So now if it means that Adam got put to sleep, surgery got done, and the Lord just constructed a woman up out of, some DNA genetic manipulation and woke him up with a stitch on the side, and Adam say, oh, you're bone of my bone. What? Y'all take it like he pulled him literally out of Adam. No. If that's the case, then why is Laban saying it?
Right.
Why is Laban saying that to Jacob where we read in Genesis 29? Because it's talking about relatives.
Right.
Like when Jacob came upon them servants, he said, where y'all from? Well, we from Haran. Oh, you know Laban? Yeah, we know Laban. He was checking to see, hey, you know my family? Right. Adam was telling that woman, we're now married, so we're together forever, but you're my family. So if you have a Black or Hispanic woman, Native American or Native Indian woman, she's and you've laid with her, you've had sex with her because sex is marriage. She's your wife, but she's also your what? Your sister. Right. Okay. All right. Is there any more on that?
Yeah, this is a little bit.
Go ahead.
She shall be called. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of man.
Right. Okay. So go back and read that again, in Genesis 29.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 29, verse 14.
Uh-huh.
And Laban said to him, surely thou art my bone and my flesh.
My bone and my flesh, meaning you're truly you're my relative. That's what that phrase means, man. Okay. And it's also mentioned again in Samuel when because the houses of Saul and David were in conflict, and David, under David's rulership, the nation became united. And when the head leaders of Saul's house came to speak to David to make to negotiate terms of peace, when they came to David, they said, "You're bone of my bone. You're bone of our bone and flesh of our flesh." They said the same thing, right. Meaning like we family. So let's bring this thing together and get it on. All right. Was any more on that? That's the last one, right? All right. So we're gonna end there, and close out there. So this is Genesis 29 and
14.
14. Okay. And with that, if you had any questions, you can put them in the chat. But with that, and we'll try to answer them next week. With that, Imajim, which means to stand in the Hebrew. There we go. All right. We'll come down and salute this brother soon. You gonna salute the Torah? Hold on. Yeah, you just need to do that first. Hey, Salaki, Ganga Bar? For sure. Yahweh Hashem Yah Shabrak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yah Shabrak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yah Shabrak Yah.
Go ahead. Put your fist on there. The other fist, your fist is on your yes. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shah.
Barakiyah.
Barakiyah.
All right. Most on Christ. We're going to put it down. I'm going to give you that cup again. You hit the horn.
La Yashrala.
La Yashala. Sar Wahakidun, which means to turn and face the east. We're going to go ahead and do the prayers.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Hayah. Shemka.
Yahweh. Malakukah. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ha'aratazah. Kawa. Hayah.
Hashemayim.
Lathalanawa.
Lakom.
Call.
Yawam.
Wasalaknawa. Kawawatnawa. Kasalaknawa. Kawawatyanawa. Wala'ah. Tabia'anawa. Bonasai 1. Ball. Hawashayanawa. Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wahala. Watapara. Awalumya. Amud. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. The prayer for the power, Hakat in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Babakashah, Nathanawa, Hakat, Larapa, Call Makala, Wakal Madawa, Hakat, Latahar, Hamatazarium, Hakat, Lahakwayum, Hamathum, Hakat, Awakawa, Hatamala, Lagar Shun, Ba'ashem Yahushua, the water month. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power, the power to heal all manner of sickness, and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushua, thank you. So be it. The prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai. Wa Mayak Allah. Wa Alahayim. Matazab Yah. Alawap Yahana. Salakia. Alawap Yahana. Halawapyum. Hasaranyum. Hakwatazayanyum. Hachayoyum.
Wahakwathian,
Wahawati,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bashim Yahushai,
Ba'ashim Yahushua,
the water Amun.
the water Aman.
In the English, bless you, Yahweh,
Bless you, Yahweh,
and Yahushai,
and Yahushua,
and Michael,
and Michael,
and the angels,
and the angels,
Commanding General Yohana,
Commanding General Yohana,
the generals,
the generals,
the captains,
the captains,
the officers,
the officers,
the troopers,
the troopers,
and the sisters.
and the sisters.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahushai,
in the name of Yahushua.
thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
In Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah,
Ashaya,
Ayanya,
Ayanya,
Al-Haharyam,
Ahahaya,
Ma'ayan,
Mayan,
Yaba'ah,
Yaba'ah,
Isaiah,
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 Ma'aim,
Ma'ayin,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Aisha,
Asha,
Shemayim,
Shemayim,
Wa'aratazah,
Wa'aratazah,
Ayathan,
Ayathan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Ragalka,
Regalka,
Al Yanawam,
Al Yanawam,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Hana,
Hana,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yayashan,
Yayashan,
Shawamar,
Shawamar,
Yasharala,
Yasha'ala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazalka,
Tazalka,
Al Yad,
Al Yad,
Yum Yunka,
Yum Yunka,
Yawamam,
Yawamam,
Hashemash,
Hashemash,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Yakaka,
Yakaka,
Wayarak,
Wayarak,
Balayala,
Balayala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka,
Makarah,
Makarah,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Atnapashka,
Atnapashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Taza'atka,
Taza'afka,
Wabawa'aka,
Wabawa'aka,
Ma'aitha,
Ma'etha,
Iwad Awalam.
Wa'ad Awalam. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
Lift up mine eyes unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold, he that keepeth Israel
Behold, he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
Hey, no, we're not doing prayers. They gotta wait. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy going out
He shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy going in.
From this time forth
From this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew.
Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Al Damayelika,
Al Damayelika,
Al Thakarash,
Al Thakarash,
Al Thashakwat,
Wa Al Thashakwat,
All
Kayahana,
Our Yabyaka,
Our Yabyaka,
Yahamayawan,
Yahamaya 1, Ra'ash,
Al Amaka,
Al Imaka,
Ya'ariyamwa,
Ya'arayamwa,
Sawadad,
Sawadad,
Wayatha,
Wayatha,
Ya'itazawa,
Ya'itazawa,
Al Tazapawanyaka,
Al Tazabawanyaka,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanakakidam,
Wanakakyanam,
Magalia,
Magalia,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Sham Yasharala,
Sham Yasha'ala,
Iwada,
Iwada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Nawa'itazawa,
Nawa'itazawa,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Alyaka,
Alyaka,
Baryat,
Barya,
Yakarathwa,
Yakarathwa,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Adawum,
Adawam,
Wayashemai,
Wayashamai,
Alayum,
Alayam,
Mawa'aba,
Mawa'aba,
Wahagarium,
Wahagarium,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa'aimawan,
Wa'aimawan,
Wa'aimalak,
Wa'amalak,
Palashat,
Palashat,
Am Yashab,
Anyashabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gamashawar,
Gamashawar,
Alawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Zarawai,
Zarawai,
Labanya,
Labanya,
Lawat,
Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aisha,
Aisha, Laham,
Kamadian,
Kamadian,
Kasayasara'a,
Kasayasa, Salaki, Kasayasara,
Kayabian,
Kayabian,
Banakal,
Banakal,
Kwayashwan,
Kwayashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Ba'ayan Dara,
Ba'ayan Dara,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
La'adama,
La'adama,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
not Slaki, Nadayamawa,
Nadayabi, Salaki, go ahead,
Kairab,
Kairab,
Wakazaba,
Wakazaaba,
Wakazabat,
Wakazabat,
Wakatazamanai,
Wakatazamanai,
Karnasaya Kumwa,
Karnasaya Kumwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Nayarasha,
Nayarasha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
At,
Ah,
Nawa.
Nawa.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagogala.
Kagogala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanyaraka.
Lapanyaraka.
Kaash.
Kaash.
Taba Aria Ira.
Taba Aria Ira.
Wakala Slaki. Wakalaba.
Wakalaba.
Talahat.
Talahat.
Haryam.
Haryam.
Khan.
Khan.
Taradapma.
Taradapma.
Basa Arika.
Basa Irika.
Wabasawa Pafka.
Wabasawa Pafka.
Tabalaham.
Tabalaham.
Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Kualawan.
Kualawan.
Wayabakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wayabahawa.
Wayabahawa.
Aya'ai.
Aya'ai.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Kaya'ata.
Kayata.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Labatka.
Labaka.
Al-Yawan.
Al-Yawan.
Al-Kaharatazah.
Al-Kaharatazah. In the English, keep not thy silence, O power.
Keep not thy silence, O
Hold
power.
not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
Be not still, O power.
Be not still, O
For
power.
lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden
And
ones.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
let
let us cut them off
us cut them
from
off
being a nation.
being a nation.
That the name of Israel
That the name of Israel
may be no more
may
remembrance.
be no more remembrance.
For they have consulted together
But they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee.
tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles
and
of
the Ishmaelites,
The
of
Ishmaelites,
Moab,
Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
the Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Ammon,
Ammon,
Amalek,
Amalek,
the Philistines,
Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur is also joined with them.
Ashur is also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites,
Do unto them as unto the Midianites,
as unto Sisera,
as unto Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of
the
Kison,
brook of Kison,
which perished at Endor.
perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb,
Make their nobles like Oreb,
like Zeeb.
like Zeeb.
Yea, all their princes,
They are their princes,
as Zabah,
as Zabah,
and as Zalmunna,
and as Zalmunna,
who said,
who said,
Let us take to
Let us
ourselves
take to ourselves
the houses of the power
the houses of the power
in possession.
in possession.
Oh, my power,
Oh, my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the flame setteth the mountains on
as
fire.
the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
So persecute them with thy
and
tempest,
make them afraid with thy storm.
make them afraid with thy storm,
Fill their faces with shame,
fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded,
let them be
in
confounded,
trouble forever.
trouble forever.
Yea, let them be put to shame,
Yea, let them be put to shame,
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou whose name alone
that thou whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
art the most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
Sar, turn face the front. Hey, you let them in now. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the brethren, men of Israel, Imajim Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Bashem, Yahushua Barakatah. Yazamatah, Sar, turn face the sisters, men of Israel, Imajim Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Shemal Atam Bashem, Yahushua. Yazamatah, class dismissed. Hey, Lord Christ.